All right, we are joined now by Lonnie Walker IV. He is, I would probably say, the bright spot of this Lakers season so far. He is on here with us on behalf of 450 Gives and the NBPA. They are doing some incredible work heading into the holiday season. Starting Black Friday, they're going to be pulling up with the bus at the Crypto.com arena. It's going to be popping up all over the city. In preparation for the holidays. They've partnered with all kinds of brands, some Black-owned businesses as well, to help benefit there as well. If you pull up to the bus, you'll just never know who you might see. Apparently, Baron Davis is going to be there. Matt Barnes is going to be there. Baron Davis is going to be dressed up as Santa, which it sounds like quite a bit of fun. Lonnie, with this 450 Gives thing, I'm kind of curious if you were growing up and the 450 Gives bus was pulling up at your neighborhood, what kind of thing would you be hoping to get in that equation?
Um, Not
Did you
much
have a
of
go-to
hoping.
like holiday gift?
Probably not hoping, but just I think as being a kid and being able to see something like this, it's already going to build a lot of excitement. I would just be ecstatic just to be involved and for whatever is about to happen because you're going to be curious. And I think being able to receive gifts and the things that they're doing, I wish I was a kid and I had something like this to truly, because this is something that's very genuine. It's authentic, and it's very inspirational. This means a lot for the kids growing up, and it also instills a lot in them.
It says there's one of the things that they're doing here is rapping with rappers. Are you good at gift wrapping? I'm terrible. My wife
I'm
has to do all of that stuff.
I am
I'm just
absolutely awful. My mother does all of my presents. If I don't wrap my presents, you're gonna see what gifts I got you. Pretty much, I'm not gonna wrap it. If my mom or grandmom's not wrapping it, you're gonna see where it's from, what it's gonna be, and you're gonna have your name.
I'm a big fan of the bag, the gift bag. You just throw it
Oh
in a bag
yes,
and you throw some tinfoil or some
yes.
tissue paper up
So
top,
you can
and
hide it.
yeah,
Successful. That's a successful present right there. Okay, you don't know what it is, and it still kind of gives you the same, unwrapping the box type thing.
I like it. I like it. I like how your approach to gift giving is kind of similar to your game, right? It's kind of like, you know what, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
This is who I am. I'm just gonna,
Mm-mm. No shocks, no surprises. You're gonna see it. You're gonna be excited. You're gonna be ready and understand it, and you're gonna use it. You know.
That's that's fantastic. So I'm kind of curious about your game and growing up. So you are a stellar athlete. Like you just really easy athleticism. You just kind of pop off of the floor. And I'm kind of curious, like when was the first time that you recognized growing up that you were a special kind of athlete? Like were you dunking in third grade? Like was there was it how was that, what was that like for you growing up, and when you recognized, oh my goodness, this is I jump higher than most of the kids around me.
Um, I mean, my dad was very on top of me as far as practicing.
Hmm.
After school, I would read for an hour, write for an hour, and then I would head to whether it was football or basketball practice. And 9 times out of 10, once I was done with the practice, he used to make me do like 300, 400 box jumps and a whole bunch of calf raises
Hmm.
afterwards. And I used to hate it. And I'd be like, man, I can't stand this. He'd be like, one of these days you're gonna thank me later, like some guru dude. And I would say the beginning of the summer of going into sixth grade was when I got my first dunk. And
Nice.
I came back. I was like, I dunked the ball. He was like, I I told you, my young
I
son.
told you.
Yeah. So it was
Did you
it was
say
like
you're
a
welcome?
no. I didn't. I was just like, yeah, whatever. This was gonna happen. But um, I would say I was always naturally gifted and athletic. I wasn't never. My father never taught me how to throw and catch. It was kind of just like I
Hmm.
knew how to do it immediately. So um, I would say my pops he instilled a very harsh work ethic to me at such a young age. Not harsh,
Hmm.
but a work
Yeah,
ethic at such a young age that
commitment.
a commitment to get to what I am now.
Did you, when you were doing those box jumps, did you ever? I used to have to do them too, and obviously you doing them probably looked very different from me doing them. But did you ever like catch the edge of the box and skin up your
Oh, and,
shins
and,
and
and
stuff like
skin the
that?
shin.
That's the worst.
I actually have one on my left foot of me skinning my shin because
Oh,
I used to do these box jumps at one of my favorite parks called Bear Park, and it wasn't necessarily a box. It was actually just complete concrete of a whole bunch of rocks, and it was like a square shape, and I would jump
Yeah.
on top of it. And probably like 20 minutes into doing these box jumps, I'm tired. I don't care anymore. And I start cheating a little bit, kind of like jumping, but only getting my toes on it.
Yeah.
And
Oh
finally
man.
slipped off, and I just straight cheese grinded my whole skin and came off my shin. It was one of the worst pains I've ever had.
It's the worst. It's the worst. And then like you just like you bleed into your sock. You can't use those socks
No,
anymore. It's
it
just that's the
stays
worst.
there. You know,
Yeah.
you take a shower, it burns. You put covers on top of it, it hurts. Anything you do, it's gonna hurt
Yeah.
for the next week or so.
Oh, that shower. That's a good point. That's a good that shower is the worst.
Yeah, the shower
Absolutely.
is the absolute worst.
Oh man. All right. So the getting ready, you spent some time with the Spurs, obviously. You spent a few years there and you're getting ready to play with the Lakers. You're having a phenomenal season so far. And I'm kind of curious, did you do anything specific to get ready for this role that would lead you to the success that you've had so far individually?
Um, yes and no. Um, I think this is the first time where I have the opportunity to play my game. Playing freely,
Mm,
playing by my strengths, and allowing to play through those mistakes. Coach Sham has done a great job of just building a relationship with myself and building up my confidence to knowing like you're special. You got what it takes to be dominant offensively and defensively, and I've taken that challenge defensively to try and be the best I can.
Is there? I want to come back to the defense here in a second, but playing with that level of confidence. I mean, this you're playing with LeBron, right? Obviously, you
Mhm.
probably you grew up watching LeBron. I think
Yeah.
you've mentioned in the past that you were really looking forward to playing with Russell Westbrook,
Mhm.
playing with confidence alongside two of your heroes growing up in the sport of basketball. Where
Mhm.
did that come from?
Um, I've
Or do
always
they
been
make it easy because they're like,
a
yeah,
little
we'll,
bit
we'll
of
make the
both.
game easy for you.
A little bit of both for sure.
Okay.
Going onto this team when you have players like Anthony Davis, LeBron, and Russ, the defense tends to focus on them three a lot more than everyone else.
Hmm.
Anthony Davis, you have to put two players on him. LeBron, you have to sometimes double him. Russ, you got to be honed in on what he's doing. So when you have three players and they so much gravity is focused on them, you have easy catch and shoot shots, cut into the rim, easy buckets, transition layups, because you're playing with such high caliber players. So you add that of easy shot taking, easy points with playing with confidence, it only elevates your game a lot more, especially when all three of them are telling you to be aggressive, to play your game. There was a time where I had a mid-range pull-up and I passed it,
Mm,
and Russ cursed me out after, during the
yeah.
timeout call, like, yo, you don't do that. I pass the ball. You shoot. Okay. Like, let's stop passing the ball. And I was like,
Yeah.
dang, like, okay, that was something that made me want to be more aggressive. Having players that are allowing you to play with your instincts, to play with your strengths is a blessing. But to have future Hall of Famers also saying, yo, you got what it takes to do this, that, and the third, it for sure notches takes it up to a whole nother notch.
Yeah, it's been really fun to watch you kind of and I really liked your game in San Antonio, but watching you kind of come into your own here in this situation has been something to watch. I want to talk really quick about Russ though. He's moved off of the bench, and what is that like? You watching that take place? What has that been like watching that transition as he's kind of sacrificing and doing what he can to hopefully allow the Lakers to kind of take that next step and get the season going.
Um, it just shows, what type of person and player Russ is. He's not an
Hmm.
egotistic guy. The world doesn't evolve around him. He's one of the most genuine, down to earth people I've ever met in my life. And to see the amount of harshness that he's gone through as far as social media this last year and even this year, um, he comes to practice with great energy. He comes to
Hmm.
practice ready to work. Um, and it just goes to show, just his character and what type of player he is. And that's something that I have learned within myself is, I'm here to do whatever it takes for my team to win. And Russ is one of the first leaders to show that. That's a future Hall of Famer. You would be confused as to why he's going onto the bench or why he's saying, yes,
Yeah.
I'll be a six man, And for him to take that role and elevate it to a whole nother level and create a whole new identity speaks, incredible volume. And for us to see that, it's like, dang, all right, well, we got to do what it takes. It's not all about doing this and that. We all, as a collective group, we all got to take what it is to win. We all got to sacrifice, whether it's diving on the ball or doing the dirty work, because our leaders are doing it.
Is it, the season that you've had so far this year? Obviously, I consider you so far to be, second or third best player that I've been watching consistently on this team. Has that lack of team success kind of taken from it, or does it kind of make you want to work that much harder to get this thing going?
I mean, yeah, it only makes you want to work harder. I think this is a blessing in disguise as far as, putting us through the ringer, letting us grow through to see what we really have to hone in order for us to win. We still got 70 plus games left. So this is just a situation of a new team and growing. And if we're willing to grow and accept what we have to do, because overall, I feel like our team is pretty good, and we had a couple injuries here and there. We're missing even a couple other key pieces such as Dennis Schroeder and Thomas Bryant, who are, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about just building blocks, putting the puzzle together so we get that beautiful picture.
Is the amount of noise? Obviously, you come from the Spurs; it's a smaller market. You come to LA, and the amount of media scrutiny, I would imagine, turned up the volume to 11. Has that been taking some getting used to, and how are you handling the amount of trade rumors and trade speculation? How are you staying positive through this kind of experience?
I mean, you got to realize you can only control what you can control.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is in God's hands. So I'm a ball player. I'm not here to write about the news. I'm not a GM. I play ball. So I'm here.
So you shoot, and then I do the shoot. I do. It's kind of like you and Russ,
Absolutely.
right? You shoot, and then I'll do the typing.
Yeah, So I come here, I do my work, I go home, I come back later on tonight, get some more shots, but I'm just focused on basketball and winning. So anything that's outside of basketball and whatnot, that's out of my responsibility and it's out of my control. Nor should I let it reflect or deflect onto myself. So I try my best not to read into all of it and get into all of that extra stuff, because it's just unnecessary energy that you're putting on within yourself. So I'm just a ball player, baby. I'm here to hoop. I'm here to get wins, and that's it. And I want to make it to the playoffs and hopefully, get a ring one of these years, if not this year.
I want to talk really quickly about the defense. You mentioned your focus on defense, and at this kind of stage of your career, we've seen you develop with the Spurs. We've seen you put up individual numbers even so far this season. But you have, I think, kind of focused quite a bit more, I would say, on the team concept of defense.
I'm not like a B right now. There's some things that I could still tidy up and get better on, but it is my first time really trying to hone in as far as being a two-way player. And being a two-way player, there's not many of them in this league. It's pretty hard, being able to play both sides of the court, because
especially at that position. That's brutal night in, night out.
Yeah, you're guarding the top guards. You got to fight over screens consistently. Then you got to have the condition and mental fortitude on the offensive end of shooting great shots and locking in and locking on making the right plays and whatnot. So it's been a new experience, but it's been one of my best ones. And I think I'm only going to continue to get better and more conditioned. And as I get more conditioned with it, that defensive game will only get better and better.
Well, thank you very much, Lonnie, for hopping on with us. We have about a minute or so left here to go. Again, he's here on behalf of the NBPA. He is here on behalf of the program that they have right now, the 450 Gives program, where the 450 Gives bus is going to be parked outside the Crypto.com arena with all kinds of programs and giveaways and samples and partnerships with some really cool businesses out there. We are heading into the holidays. Do the Lakers do like a Secret Santa? Is there like a white elephant? Are you a white elephant gift stealer?
I am.
You're focusing on defense. Does that carry off the court too?
Yes, I have to make sure it carries off the court. Still as much things as I can. I've been trying to tell everyone Anthony Davis right now is 7 for 19 while I'm guarding him. So if the people want to start reminding him,
okay,
that would be nice too.
I will. I'll aggregate that specifically. Lonnie Walker is putting the clamps on Anthony Davis.
Let it be
Fantastic.
known. Let it be known.
Well, thank you very much, Lonnie, for hopping on with us. Best of luck on the rest of the season, man. I can't wait to keep watching you play.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.